Mario Kart has ruled our universe as the go-to experience when it comes to sitting down with friends and family and just connecting with each other on a fun and light-hearted level. Its simplistic mechanics and shiny, colorful atmosphere has the power to reel anyone into its world, no matter how experienced a player is with video games. Mario Kart brings people together of all ages and backgrounds. It's why it stood the test of time and remains one of the most popular multiplayer experiences of our modern world. So it really pains my heart when I say that Mario Kart Tour absolutely burns that purpose into ashes. Mario Kart Tour is a game that aims to undo all the good the Mario Kart series has done up to this point. It takes that trust built up over decades of family fun rapport only to snap it into two like the most dramatic twig on the planet. It wishes to stomp on the hearts of innocents for its entire lifespan, collecting the love that oozes out like it's candy. Mario Kart Tour is an evil mastermind, and it won't stop until we are all dead. Oh boy, that was quite the acid trip. Evil humans, I'm RidersDX, and today we're gonna dive into exactly what makes Mario Kart Tour the disgraceful title it has become. And we're also gonna talk about how Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's DLC has only made this even more apparent later on in the video. So let's go ahead and take a shallow dive into Mario Kart Tour's basic mechanics and basically talk about how it essentially tries to put you on the streets. Mario Kart Tour was released in 2019 to mobile devices, promising a true Mario Kart experience on the go. And while the experience isn't exactly like Mario Kart, with acceleration being automated and other aspects being simplified to fit the limitations of a smartphone, I still found it to be a solid gameplay experience overall. And the game itself looked to be a great way to get fresh Mario Kart content consistently. New tracks and characters are constantly getting added to the point where it is by far the Mario Kart title with the most content in it. It's updated in a way I wish Nintendo would do for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but we'll get to that later in the video. Many players found a lot to love about the game as well. My favorite game in the series, I don't care. Honestly, I enjoyed it. Keeps adding content every 2 weeks, adding new and returning characters. Seeing tracks like Wario Shipyard and DK Summit getting redesigned is amazing, and I like seeing most of the Mario characters having costumes referencing older games. Content-wise, Tour is what 8 Deluxe should have been. While there definitely is some criticism towards the game's controls, the vast majority of criticism actually arose from the game's gacha elements. For those of you unfamiliar, similar to loot boxes, gacha games induce players to spend in-game currency to receive a random virtual item. The in-game currency can be gained by gameplay or by purchasing it from the game publisher using real-world funds. Some mobile games take a stronger advantage of this than others, but Mario Kart Tour has allocated some of the largest amounts of criticism for its own methods. For instance, Mario Kart Tour has a subscription feature called the Gold Pass, which is required to access the 200cc speed and also a large amount of items in the game. The game also lets you use real money to buy in-game currency to unlock more characters and items at a faster rate, but it charges very high prices for minimal amounts of content. For example, pretty much any character pack, which consists of a character, a cart, and maybe some other item, usually always costs $40 US. And we're not talking about brand spanking new characters. We're literally talking about things like Mario in a samurai costume being treated and priced as a brand new character. Now, the game does let you earn its in-game currency through experience points and such, so that you don't technically need to pay money for this content. But the game's instilled certain blockades that are going to keep you waiting a long time to get any of this content. For instance, there's always a time limit placed on these packs, so you feel more pressure to cough up the money in case they take forever to appear in the shop again. There's also a limit to how much experience you can rack up in a day. Each day, the player can gain up to 450 experience points for each character, cart, and glider, and 300 coins from racing. This limit goes up if you're subscribed to the Gold Pass. Once these limits are reached, you can't get any more experience for the characters, carts, and gliders, or collect any more coins from racing daily until the next morning. To continue earning more experience points or collecting coins, you can play Coin Rush to get more coins, or use point boost tickets for the characters, carts, and gliders, which, of course, costs money. I could go on and on about these aspects, but I think you're familiar enough with those already at this point. Many players were absolutely dissatisfied with these features. The content they have is good and the gameplay is decent, but the way it's monetized is annoying. They'll keep subtly changing the game to entice people to pay more money, usually meaning that either paywall useful items or simply make them appear in the shop less. It's nice how they added all this content to the game, especially Captain Toad for me, but it didn't have microtransactions. It would be so much better. I think the characters and tracks are cool and stuff. It's just one of those games that if you want that certain character or that certain thing, you gotta use money, and yes, it happens with other games, but for whatever reason, I felt like Mario Kart Tour did poorly with it. However, other players went to defend the gacha elements. It is Mario Kart 9, fight me. I don't really care about microtransactions, to be honest, as long as they don't lock all the fun away via them, which in my opinion Mario Kart Tour does not lock the fun away via microtransactions. Maybe I am just built different, I don't know, but if you disagree then that is okay, but I personally like Mario Kart Tour. It started out with toxic monetization, but eventually settled on a fair F2P model that is legitimately fun. I play daily, the content within is amazing, tracks have ramps and reverse variants, some cups have fun side missions, and the variety of it all makes it worth playing. It's something worth playing. I remember playing it during its debut, and over the years the controls have definitely improved. The gacha mechanic is fair and balanced. Common items are obviously seen more as rare or few to earn, but I don't pay for the special characters. It's just like those quarter slot machines. You might not get the toy you want, but willingly you try again. Gacha elements have been around longer than before. While there certainly seem to be differing opinions on the game's gacha features, the conversation becomes even more interesting with the announcement of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC. Okay, so first of all, this announcement was a shock to the masses in and of itself, but despite some initial hesitation on my part, this has been a really nice addition to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's library, but it's also casted a dark shadow over Tour. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC gets announced during the Nintendo Direct, allowing players to purchase 48 additional tracks for $25. Despite some concerns with the quality of these tracks though, the first pack came and has left many Mario Kart players overall satisfied with the project. But now comes the question about how Mario Kart 8's DLC has impacted the image of Tour. Well, I think this tweet just says it all. It costs less money to buy 48 more courses in Mario Kart 8 than it does to buy Diddy Kong and Mario Kart Tour. This tweet literally sums up everything about the situation that honestly should baffle anyone. The fact that you can pay $25 for an additional 48 courses in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, yet still be asked by the same company to pay $40 for a single character and a couple items in Mario Kart Tour is absolutely bananas. I mean, as someone who wasn't too familiar with Mario Kart Tour before this video, I found this to be absolutely appalling. Like, how is it that Nintendo is able to get away with this? And honestly, wouldn't it make more sense to charge much more for 48 tracks if this is how they're handling pricing with Tour? Well, to address the latter part of that question, take a moment to think about how much DLC content is typically priced in the shops on game consoles. They typically average around the $20-$30 mark, as charging any more for it seems relatively insane due to the fact that the price range is typically half of the price of the retail game. As a result, DLC content for console games typically doesn't go above $25, no matter how much content is included in the pack. I will say, I think Nintendo could have actually gotten away with dividing the 48 courses in half and charging $25 for each of them, but let me not give them any ideas. But then why does Mario Kart Tour continuing charging these insane prices for so much less content? Well, believe it or not, I'm sure there are people who are paying those high prices for Tour's packs, which would be unfortunate if it weren't so stupid. Content is priced relative to what the competition is churning out, and Nintendo knows that they can get away with the pricing on Tour. In fact, they have been. The prices certainly would have gone down if it wasn't selling enough. In April of 2021, it was revealed that Mario Kart Tour had become Nintendo's second highest grossing mobile game of all time, surpassing over $200 million in revenue. This just makes me sad for the human race, as there's clearly a ton of people that are basically pouring what could be their life savings into this app. I mean, people can do what they want with their money, but like, come on, there's clearly better things to use your money on. I completely understand the viewpoint that this being a free-to-play game, you need to have an effective way of generating revenue, but the tactics here feel exploitative and extremely limiting in terms of the player's enjoyment of the game. It just leaves a very bad taste in my mouth, and the way Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is being treated in a completely different manner just makes this so much more infuriating. I feel for the children living allowance to allowance consistently pouring that money into this game when they could be using that money for so much more, like starting a business or saving up for their college loans. I know that's not what kids do with their allowance, but that's not the point. It's too bad because I legit think Mario Kart Tour is an enjoyable experience. Sure, it's not a full-blown Mario Kart as we've come to expect, but it's still a suitable substitution on mobile phones that still gives a strong resemblance of a Mario Kart experience. But it's a deceptively pick up and play experience that, while you technically can jump into the game no problem, progressing through the game will ultimately take days out of your life unless you're willing to cough up a large sum of money. And since I'm not some million on YouTube yet, I guess I'll just settle for this wheel of my imagination instead. I am driving a limo. Anyway, if you want to hear me talk about some more bad Mario games, then check out this video in the top left corner where I basically talk about the 10 most critically hated on Mario games of all time. Special thanks to my patrons, Andrew Coughlin, Team Rival Sonic Gamer, Trash Q, and Claw84. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you all so much. Now this is Riders, riding out on Limousine.